On today's video, I'm going to be checking out this MARSENERGY 12.8 volt 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery with smart Bluetooth. Let's get right into it. Now I'm going to charge the battery to top it off before the capacity test. Here's some of the Bluetooth data reporting from the battery during the charging process. Okay, notice the green light on the charger. The charger has finished its sequence. The battery got up to 14.59 volts. I will make note during the charging process, cell 3 and 4 exceeded 3.65 volts per cell. So now I've got the battery connected to the capacity test rig, the same setup I've used in all my 12 volt videos for consistency. Energy meter is zeroed out. I will turn the inverter on now. This is the first energy that's being removed from the battery. So the load for this capacity test on the MARSENERGY is the same charger I used to charge it up, so I will apply the load now. So the capacity test has begun. A load of roughly 54 amps, 714 watts being discharged from the MARSENERGY battery. And then the Bluetooth reporting feature showing 704 watts, 53.6 amps. So the battery is almost empty. Just do a little check right here. You can see the heat in the top of the battery, so I'm going to assume the BMS is up there in that section right there. Got a little bit of indication right here on the corner, just showing you a little shot of it right there. I'm going to put a little mark right there where that little bit of signature was coming through. So once I do the teardown, I'll see what's going on in this area. The Bluetooth just indicated 0% on the MARSENERGY battery. We're at 1276 watt hours and the voltage is dropping off pretty quick, so hopefully it makes it. All right, the battery did meet its rated capacity. I'm going to see how much more is left in it. The inverter should be shutting off any moment now. We're just a touch over 101 amp hours on the MARSENERGY battery. All right, the inverter went off on low voltage protection. So the final tally, 1294 watt hours, real life capacity, usable on an inverter. There is the battery voltage and the cell voltages and the temperature of the battery. So that gave us 101.09 amp hours. So here are the safety parameter values programmed into the MARSENERGY battery. Most interesting thing I'm seeing is the charge under temp protection is set at 14 degrees Fahrenheit to trigger. So that means this battery will charge when it's 14 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it triggers that, it'll have to warm back up to 23 degrees Fahrenheit before it can charge again. So I don't have the data sheet for these cells, but most lithium iron phosphate cell providers prohibit charging below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or limit it to a very small C rate, very minuscule charge rate. So this one will let you go full power into it at 110 amps at 14 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if those cells would like that very much. And also with just the factory program, you can see the under voltage way down here at 9.2 volts and the over voltage is up at 15 volts. So what comes with this battery? You get the battery itself, you get an app download card, which it just takes you to the Zhaojiang Electric, which is the JBD app. You get 2 terminal bolts, you get a service card to contact the manufacturer about your warranty and then get a discount, stuff like that, and a basic user manual. These are the battery specifications as provided by the manufacturer. Pause the screen and read further if you want to. And one thing of note, check out the dimensions right there. The dimensions are accurate. I checked them, but is not a true form factor mini dimensions. That is a group 24 size format case. I want to take a moment in the middle of the video before I perform the teardown on this battery to welcome any new viewers. If you're new to the channel, my friends call me Mr. Off-Grid. I do battery reviews, solar product reviews, things like that. If you're enjoying this type of content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. And to my existing viewers, new viewers, welcome to everybody. I hope you're enjoying this content. Please consider hitting the like button. And also let me know in the comment section if you're enjoying the video. View of the case, how this battery is assembled right here. So we got 2 convenient carry handles on the top of the battery. Of course, our negative and positive terminals. See the graphics kit on the battery right here. Smart wireless Bluetooth right there. Got their decals on the top. A MAC ID for the Bluetooth on the side, and on the back there's some more information, some QR codes to download the app, things like that, and then the serial number on this side. All right, I'm gonna open up the battery. I got most of the glue off the lid. I always try to save the last little bits when we look at it at the same time together. So there it went. Let me take the terminals off the lid and we'll look at it a little closer. Before I do that, let me make sure All the terminals are tight because I have run into that before with some batteries. Everything is snug there, and everything is snug there. That's good. And remember the tape mark I put on the battery with the thermal. As you can see, that's the positive lead sitting right there against the case, about right where the tape mark is. So that was our heat signature there. Then the heat I was seeing right here on the top of the case, that's the negative wires right there coming from the battery up against the side of the case. And the leads on this battery, we have a 6-gauge 200-degree silicone jacketed lead for the positive and dual 8s for the negative, which is adequate for this battery. There's the part number for the JBD board right there, 100 amp rated. We have one NTC sensor connected to this board. So this is how the battery was sitting in its case right there. Check out these cells, a little bit different than other ones on the market. So I've spun you around a little bit on the battery pack, different orientation, but just showing you the cell connectors, the bus bars right there. They do have expansion humps in them. There's our balance lead connections. They're all using machine screws. And this is the battery negative with a stud terminal. It's tight. And then the positive with the stud terminal, it is tight as well. And this is our NTC temperature sensor. Note that it is not making contact with the cells or any of the bus bars. It's just kind of hanging out inside the case right there. Note that the QR codes are not readily visible on these cells. So I pulled the sticker off the top right there. So there is the QR code for your reference. I'm going to look it up and see if it comes up with anything on my scanner. So the scanner didn't come up with anything. As you can see in that previous screenshot, there's no other QR codes or anything on the cell. There are some markings right here, YZ. This one's YZ. This one's YZ over here. And then this one is SX. So no data found on these cells. We'll just call them mystery cells for now. If you want to dig into them and try to identify the maker of the cells, you go ahead and do that. Let me know in the comments if you find anything. There's also a barcode on the side of the cells right there. That's on top of the plastic. So it appears the manufacturer added this on for their own tracking to their production process, but no other actual verifiable data available. And one more thing on the pack, we'll move along. You see they use fiber tape at the top and bottom of the cells. And they got a little bit of foam at the top and the bottom to hold them together, space them apart. As you can see, they're completely open all the way through right there. Usually you have full foam all the way down the cells or some fiberboard in between, things like that. Just making notes of the construction. You can see a little bit different widths between each of the cells, things like that. I'm going to check and make sure the charge protection functions work for high and low temp triggers. So you can see I've got a power supply connected to the battery right there, charging it roughly 10 amps of current. Got the Bluetooth open right here. So now I'll simulate a low temp and high temp situation with this battery. So the current temperature of the sensor, 74.6 degrees. You see the battery's charging. So I'll go right here. Let me adjust this and put it at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to write that program. And once the program goes in that board, it should detect that we're below its set point and it should stop its charging after its trigger delay. There we go. It stopped charging. So as for reference right here, charge under temp, because remember I set it at 80 degrees and it's saying 74. Warm the sensor up and make it charge. All right, as soon as it hit 100 degrees, my set point, it went back to charging. So I'll change the under temp values back to not the factory setting because I like this setting better. So I'm going to save those settings now. So now for a high temp simulation, you see the battery's at 77 degrees. I will change the charge over temp to just 86 and 80 so I can get the trigger. Write that program. And I'll warm the sensor up and simulate a high temperature condition. Watch the temperature here. Watch this right here. Right after its delay, it should stop. There we go. Charge over temp protection. It works. And as soon as the sensor cools back down below 80 degrees, the value I programmed, it will start charging again. Should start charging. Yep, right on cue. Right there, started back charging at 80 degrees. So high temp protection works. You wasn't expecting that for a high and low temp test, was you? Just proving that it works, regardless of the temperature. As long as the parameter is met, the board's going to cut charging or discharging, whatever, if that sensor is showing the value that you have programmed in the safety parameters. So final thoughts on the MARSENERGY battery. I would just call this battery, let's just say average. There are some batteries that are better than this one and some that are definitely worse than this one. So if you like this battery, I'll provide a convenient link in the video description down below so you can easily find this battery, read more on it, price check it, whatever you want to do. And if you have a MARSENERGY battery, please let me know in the comment section down below how it is working out for you. And while you're in the comment section, please tell me your favorite budget brand of battery. Let me know your real world use case scenarios and feedback. Hope you enjoyed the video today. As always, thank you for watching. Y'all take care. Be safe. I will see you on the next one. Special thanks to MARSENERGY for providing this field testing sample for me to evaluate. This sample did come from Amazon, not the manufacturer's warehouse.